How much does switching your globes to LED really save you? LEDs have become really popular really quick in the past couple of years due to their low energy consumption. The question many people ask themselves is, how much does changing my lights to LED actually save me? How much would the average household save a year if they changed their bulbs or downlights to LED? To answer this question, I decided to do a little experiment using a timer, energy consumption reader, and one of each light bulb. A 46 watt incandescent, a 23 watt fluorescent, and an 11 watt LED of course, powered in a baton holder. I put on each bulb for an hour and recorded the energy consumption for each. I did this experiment 3 times to ensure accuracy. The average results we got are the following. The incandescent bulb pulled 0.051 kilowatts in an hour, which is equivalent to 51 watts. The fluorescent bulb pulled 25 watts, and the LED globe pulled a little 8 watts, which is believable. In fact, the watt rating on an appliance is roughly how much power it uses in an hour. Take a 7 kilowatt air conditioner for example, it uses 7 kilowatts in an hour. So gathering this information, I decided to use a bit of maths to figure out roughly how much money we would save changing our globes. So take the average household in Melbourne. We got a kitchen, lounge, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a powder room, garage and living room. We are going to take out variables such as heater lamps in the bathrooms or fluorescents in the garage just for the sake of this calculation. If we have 2 lights per room, just a normal house, nothing too fancy, and we have 4 people in the household, father, mother, son, daughter, and they're all in different rooms. Maybe daughter's in her room studying, son is playing PlayStation in the lounge, the mom is cooking, and the dad is doing his business paperwork in his room. That's 4 rooms occupied during night, and therefore 8 lights turned on. Nighttime falls on average at 6 PM during winter, so lights come on then. And let's say this family falls asleep around 10 o'clock, which the lights turn off. That would be 4 hours of 8 lights turned on each day. The way energy companies charge us consumers is by how many kilowatts you use. The average energy company will charge around 33 cents per kilowatt, a kilowatt being 1000 watts, which is equivalent to as little as something 0.0003343 cents per watt. We take 8 incandescent bulbs energized for 4 hours a day, and we use about 1632 watts a day, which would cost around 55 cents. Usually energy companies charge quarterly, which is 3 months. So multiplying the cost by 3 months, we get about $50.19. What if we change the bulbs to these popular energy saving ones? How much would we save? Fluorescent bulbs will consume in this case study about 800 watts, which would cost 27 cents a day and $24.60 a quarter. That's a saving of $25.59. Not much, but it's something. LED bulbs would consume 256 watts a day, which would cost 9 cents a day, and for a quarter it would cost $7.87. Now that's a saving of $42 from trading up from incandescent and $17.72 from trading up from fluorescent. Okay, to get more clarity on how much we actually save, let's look at yearly figures. An incandescent bulb in our situation, 8 of them in 4 rooms on for 4 hours each night, would cost for a whole year around $200. If you use fluorescents instead, it would cost half that price, so $98.40. So that's a pretty big saving. Okay, what about LEDs? LEDs in that situation would only use $31.48. That's a huge saving if we upgrade from incandescent, and a fair saving from fluorescents. So if we're talking in terms of investment, how much do we invest in these LED bulbs and how much of a return would we get? So they're currently priced around $13 per bulb for LEDs. And for our situation, for the whole house described in the case study, it's $234. So it would take us just over a year, probably a year and a half, to pay off that investment. What about fluorescent bulbs? or because of LED bulbs, they're going to drop down heaps in price, $3 per globe. So it costs $54 for the whole house. So you're looking at just half a year to pay back that investment. Don't forget, besides saving money, using less energy decreases the use of fossil fuels, which is a non-renewable energy and causes a damaging phenomenon known as the greenhouse effect. If you don't know what the greenhouse effect is, please Google it. To conclude, hope you've learned something today. This is Zeus the Sparky here to light up your world.